What's up, time travelers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of humanity's oldest dreams, time travel. That's right. We're exploring what would actually happen if humans built a working time machine. Not the boring science stuff, but the real chaos that would unfold. Trust me, it's way messier than you think. So, humans have finally done it. After centuries of dreaming, someone in a lab coat has created an actual working time machine. First question, who gets to use it? Let's be honest, this isn't going public. The government would swoop in faster than you can say paradox. They'd classify it as top secret and probably move it to wherever they're hiding the aliens. And that's actually a good thing because, let's face it, if time machines were available to everyone, it would be absolute chaos.
Yes, I'd like to purchase one time machine, please. I need to go back and convince myself not to get that haircut in 2018.
The inventor would become the most famous person in human history. Think Einstein, but with paparazzi following them to the bathroom. The scientific community would completely lose it. Half would be trying to replicate the technology, while the other half would be writing papers about why it's going to destroy the universe. And speaking of destroying the universe, let's talk paradoxes, folks. The big one? The grandfather paradox. Imagine you go back in time. You actually meet your grandfather, then try your best to prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. Congratulations, you've just erased yourself from existence. But if you don't exist, how did you go back in time to prevent the meeting? And if you didn't go back, then the meeting happens. And you do exist, which means you go back. And my brain hurts. Scientists would argue about this for decades. Would the universe create alternate timelines? Would it prevent you from changing key events? Would it just explode? Here's a fun one. What if you went back and gave yourself the plans for the time machine? Who actually invented it? It's just information going in an endless loop with no origin. Scientists call this a bootstrap paradox, but I call it free intellectual property. Haha, but the real issue is much simpler. Humans are chaotic and irresponsible. If you gave people time machines, they would absolutely use them for the dumbest reasons. Let's be honest about what people would actually do with time machines. Expectation. I'm going to solve history's greatest mysteries. Reality. I'm going to see if my crush liked me in high school. Expectation. I'll prevent major disasters. Reality. I'll win the lottery 17 times. Expectation. I'll meet history's greatest minds. Reality. I'll go see Queen at Live Aid concert at 1985. Social media would be absolutely unbearable. Influencers posting selfies with Julius Caesar. TikTok dances with Abraham Lincoln. Story time. I partied with Mozart and know what? He was problematic. The economy would collapse almost immediately. Why? Because someone would go back and invest in every successful company before they got big. Apple, Amazon, Bitcoin, all of it. Then come back to the present as the world's first trillionaire, causing massive inflation. And sports betting? Forget about it. Every major upset in sports history would suddenly have suspicious betting patterns. The 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team's Miracle on Ice would have odds of 1-to-1 because so many future people would be betting on it. Obviously, there would need to be rules. The Time Travel Regulatory Commission would need to be created instantly. Time Travel Regulation Number 1. No killing Hitler. Wait, that sounds bad. Let me explain. Changing major historical events would create unpredictable ripple effects. Yes, you'd eliminate one terrible dictator, but the entire timeline would change. Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets worse. Maybe we all end up as hyper-intelligent octopuses. The point is, we don't know. Rule number 2. No bringing back future technology. Imagine giving an iPhone to someone in 1980. The technological progress would be completely disrupted. Plus, Can you imagine trying to explain TikTok to someone from the past?
Oh
Rule number 3. You can't meet yourself. Imagine your past self seeing how you turned out. Or worse, your future self showing up and judging all your life choices.
What? Still follow these YouTube videos, huh? That workout routine really didn't stick.
Let's talk about the absolute chaos of time tourism. Important historical figures would get so annoyed with future visitors. Imagine Shakespeare trying to write while time tourists keep interrupting. Some tourist would barge in, "Oh my God, it's Shakespeare! Can I get a selfie? Did you really write all those plays?" Some people in my time think it was someone else. And Shakespeare would be like, "What's a selfie? And yes, I wrote the plays. Now please leave my quarters." The real problem would be keeping track of time. If people can jump around through history, what year is it really? Birthdays would become meaningless. I was born in 1995, but I've spent 3 years in the Renaissance, so I'm either 30 or 33, depending on how you count. So, would time machines be amazing or terrible? Probably both. Like all great technology, it would have incredible potential and also be used for completely ridiculous things. Maybe the real question isn't what if we built a time machine, but should we build a time machine? Though honestly, if you've invented one in the future and are watching this video in the past, hi! And please don't change anything that prevents me from making this channel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this temporal adventure, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos in the future. Leave a comment telling me where in time you'd want to visit. Until next time, or maybe last time, depending on your perspective.